The public humiliation. The dragon city of Ashkor Prime never slept. Steel towers mixed with ancient stone, and glowing runes floated in the air like silent stars. Dragons of every size walked the streets, their scales shining under blue lights. Flying traffic roared above. Magic and metal lived together here. In the middle of this powerful city, there was a small workshop. It was old, it was quiet, and it belonged to a human. The sign above the door was broken. Half the letters were gone. Inside, tools were everywhere. Metal arms, wires, gears, and strange machines that no dragon could name. The human mechanic worked alone. His name was Eli. He was not tall. He did not wear armor. His clothes were stained with oil and dust. His hands were rough, scarred from years of work. He spoke little and looked down most of the time. Most dragons ignored him. Some laughed at him. Humans were rare in Ashkor Prime. After the old wars, humans were seen as weak helpers, good for fixing broken machines, nothing more. Eli did not care. He focused on his work. Then the street went silent. Heavy footsteps shook the ground. A crowd began to gather. A large silver dragon landed in front of the workshop. Her scales were polished like mirrors. Gold chains hung from her horns. Her eyes were cold and proud. She was a dragon noble. Behind her, guards pushed the crowd back. In her claws, she held a small dragon. The baby dragon was thin, too thin. His wings hung loose, twisted at strange angles. His breathing was uneven. Every small movement caused him pain. The noble dragon looked down at Eli and smiled. Not a kind smile, a cruel one. "So," she said loudly, her voice echoing through the street, "this is the human everyone whispers about." Eli slowly looked up. He saw the baby dragon first. His eyes narrowed. The noble dragon lifted the child higher so everyone could see. "This dragon was born broken," she said. "His wings are useless. His fire is unstable. The best dragon healers failed." She turned toward the crowd. "They say humans can fix anything," she continued, laughing. "Machines, scraps, junk." And she looked back at Eli. "Let us see if a human can fix a failed dragon." The crowd reacted instantly. Some dragons laughed. Others shook their heads. "Healers already tried," one whispered. "It's a waste of time," said another. "A human touching a dragon? Ridiculous." Eli said nothing. The baby dragon whimpered softly. That sound cut through the noise. Eli stepped forward. The noble dragon pulled the child back slightly. "Oh no," she said. "Do not misunderstand. I'm not asking for help." She leaned closer. "I am here to prove something." Her voice grew louder. "I want everyone to see that humans are still beneath us." The laughter grew stronger. Eli clenched his jaw. Slowly, carefully, he reached out his hand. "May I see him?" Eli asked. His voice was calm, flat. The noble dragon paused. Then she smiled wider. "Of course," she said. "After all, this should be entertaining." She dropped the baby dragon onto the ground. The child hit the stone floor and cried out in pain. Some dragons gasped. Eli moved instantly. He knelt beside the baby dragon, placing his body between the child and the crowd. His hands moved gently, checking wings, chest, breathing. The baby dragon cried less. Eli looked up at the noble dragon. "You should not drop him," Eli said quietly. "He feels pain." The noble dragon laughed. "It is a dragon," she replied. "Pain makes them stronger." Eli said nothing more. He lifted the baby dragon slowly and carried him inside the workshop. The crowd followed, pushing forward. Inside, the noble dragon crossed her arms. "Go on," she said. "Show us your human miracle." Eli placed the baby dragon on a metal table covered with soft cloth. He studied the child closely. The wings were damaged, but not destroyed. The fire core was unstable, but not dead. Eli felt his chest tighten. "This dragon is not broken," Eli said. The room went quiet. The noble dragon blinked. Then she burst out laughing. "Not broken," she mocked. "Are you blind, human?" Eli looked up. He was never finished, Eli continued. Something interrupted his growth. The laughter stopped. The noble dragon's smile faded. "You dare speak like a healer?" she hissed. Eli turned back to his tools. "I speak like a mechanic," he said. He reached for a strange device made of metal rings and glowing lines. The noble dragon stepped back. "What are you doing?" she demanded. Eli placed the device beside the baby dragon. "Fixing what you gave up on," he said. Outside, the city lights flickered. Inside the workshop, the machine began to hum. And for the first time, the crowd was no longer laughing. The dragon everyone gave up on. The workshop door closed with a heavy sound. Outside, the dragon city of HFY Prime kept moving, but inside the small human workshop, time felt slow. Too slow. The baby dragon lay on a metal table, his chest rising and falling in short, painful breaths. His wings trembled as if they were afraid to move. Every few seconds, a weak spark of fire leaked from his mouth and faded into smoke. Eli stood still. He did not rush. He had learned long ago, broken things fear fast hands. The noble dragon watched from the corner, her arms crossed, her eyes sharp. She was no longer smiling. "Do not pretend this is something it is not," she said. "That dragon was born wrong." Eli ignored her. He gently placed 2 fingers near the baby dragon's chest. The child flinched but did not pull away. His eyes slowly opened, dull, tired, but alive. Eli whispered, "Easy. I won't hurt you." The baby dragon made a soft sound. Not a roar, not even a cry. A sound of trust. Some dragons in the crowd shifted uncomfortably. One old dragon healer stepped forward. His scales were faded, his horns cracked with age. "We examined him," the healer said, "many times. His wings never formed correctly. His fire core is unstable. He would never fly. He would never fight. He would never survive adulthood." Eli nodded slowly. "You try to heal him with magic," Eli said. "Yes," the healer replied. "Dragon magic is pure. It fixes what nature allows." Eli looked back at the baby dragon. "And if nature made a mistake?" Eli asked. The room went quiet. The noble dragon laughed sharply. "Nature does not make mistakes," she said. "Weak blood does." Eli's jaw tightened, but his voice stayed calm. "This dragon is not weak," Eli said. "He is overloaded." The healer frowned. "Explain." Eli pointed to the baby dragon's chest. "His fire core is producing too much energy," Eli said, "but his body cannot control it. The pressure damaged his wings during growth." The healer's eyes widened slightly. "That is impossible," he said. Eli shook his head. "No, it is just rare." The noble dragon stepped closer. "So what?" she snapped. "Even if you were right, what can you do?" Dragon healers failed. Elder magic failed. Eli finally looked at her. "I do not heal," he said. "I stabilize." The word echoed. Stabilize. Eli moved toward a locked cabinet and opened it. Inside were tools no dragon had ever seen. Thin metal frames, glowing wires, spinning rings carved with strange symbols. Some are old. Some are clearly handmade. The crowd whispered, "What is that?" "Human tech." "No, that looks older." The noble dragon took a step back without realizing it. "That is forbidden," she said. "Human machines should never touch dragon cores." Eli lifted a circular device, its center glowing a soft blue. "This machine does not touch the core," Eli said. "It listens to it." He placed the device gently around the baby dragon's chest. The baby dragon stiffened. Then something strange happened. His breathing slowed. The unstable sparks stopped. The fire inside him quieted. The room froze. The healer stared in disbelief. "That device is calming him," the healer whispered. The noble dragon's claws dug into the floor. "No," she said sharply. "This is a trick." Eli adjusted the machine, watching small lights flicker. "He is in constant pain," Eli said softly. "Not because he is broken, because no one ever tried to understand him." The baby dragon's tail moved slightly. Then his wing twitched. Just once. But everyone saw it. Gasps filled the workshop. "That wing moved," someone shouted. The noble dragon's eyes widened. "That is impossible," she yelled. "His wings are dead." Eli shook his head. "They were never dead," he replied. "They were locked." Suddenly, the machine beeped. A sharp, rising sound. Eli's expression changed. The healer stepped back. "What is happening?" Eli's voice grew serious. "His core is reacting," Eli said. "He has never felt balance before." The lights on the machine turned red. The baby dragon cried out in pain. The workshop shook. Tools rattled. Sparks flew from the walls. "Turn it off," the noble dragon screamed. Eli did not move. "If I stop now," Eli said, "his core will collapse." The noble dragon froze. "You will kill him," she whispered. Eli looked at the baby dragon, then back at her. "No," Eli said firmly. "This is the first time he is truly alive." The machine roared louder. The baby dragon's eyes opened fully. They were no longer dull. They were bright, burning, and focused directly on Eli. Then the power cut out. The lights died. The machine went silent. Smoke filled the room. For one long moment, no one breathed. When silence became fear, the silence was heavy. Too heavy. Smoke filled the workshop, floating slowly through the dim air. The crowd stood frozen, their eyes fixed on a metal table. No one spoke. No one moved. Eli was the first to breathe. He stepped closer to the baby dragon. The child was still. For one terrible moment, Eli thought he was too late. Then the baby dragon's chest moved. Once, twice, a soft sound escaped his mouth. Alive. A low murmur spread through the crowd. The old dragon healer wiped sweat from his brow. "He lives," he whispered. The noble dragon said nothing. Her confidence was gone. Eli reached for the machine, his hands steady despite the darkness. He turned a small switch. Emergency lights flickered on, casting long shadows on the walls. The baby dragon slowly opened his eyes. This time, there was no fear in them, only awareness. His gaze locked onto Eli. Not the noble dragon, not the crowd, only the human. The healer noticed it. "He is focusing on you," the healer said quietly. Eli swallowed. "That is not normal," the healer added. The noble dragon stepped forward, her voice sharp again, trying to reclaim control. "Enough," she said. "You have played your trick. Step away from the dragon." The baby dragon growled. It was weak, but it was real. The sound echoed like a warning. The noble dragon froze. That sound," she whispered. "He never growled before." Eli placed his hand slowly on the table, close to the baby dragon, but not touching him. "You are safe," Eli said softly. The baby dragon relaxed. The growl stopped. The noble dragon's claws trembled. "This is unnatural," she snapped. "Dragons do not respond to humans like this." Eli looked at her for a long moment. "They do," Eli said, "when humans listen." The healer stepped closer to the machine, examining the burned wires and cracked metal. "This device," the healer said, "it did not force change. It guided it." Eli nodded. "It acts like a dam," Eli explained. "Not stopping the fire, just controlling its flow." The healer's eyes widened in shock. "You did not weaken him," the healer said slowly. "You saved his future." A deep shadow crossed the noble dragon's face. "That dragon belongs to my house," she said coldly. "You will remove that device. Now." The baby dragon's wings twitched again, stronger this time. Both wings moved. The crowd gasped loudly. A dragon guard stepped back in fear. "He should not be able to move them," the guard said. The noble dragon shouted, "Enough!" She raised her claw. Magic gathered around it, sharp and bright. Eli did not move. The baby dragon suddenly cried out. The sound was louder than before. The magic around the noble dragon shattered. The force knocked her back 2 steps. Everyone stared. The healer's voice trembled. "That was defensive fire." Eli's heart raced. "He protected me," Eli said. The noble dragon's face twisted in anger. "A disabled dragon cannot produce that level of response," she hissed. Eli finally stepped between her and the baby dragon. "Do not touch him," Eli said. His voice was calm, but the room felt smaller, heavier. The noble dragon laughed nervously. "You forget your place, human." Eli did not raise his voice. "You forgot his," Eli replied. The baby dragon slowly lifted his head. His wings spread slightly. They were still weak, still damaged, but they were his. The healer knelt. "This dragon is changing," he said. "Not healed, evolving." A deep horn echoed outside. One long note, then another. The city alert system. The noble dragon's eyes widened. "What did you do?" she demanded. Eli looked at the machine. "The city sensors detected a core fluctuation," Eli said. "They think a dragon is awakening." The noble dragon went pale. That alert is only for one thing, she whispered. Footsteps thundered outside. Heavy. Many. The guards rushed to the door. The healer turned to Eli. You have drawn attention you cannot escape, he warned. Eli looked at the baby dragon, who now sat upright on the table. The child pressed closer to Eli's hand. Chose him. Eli's voice was low. Then let them come. The workshop door began to open. Light poured in, and with it, judgment. The ones who should not be angered. The workshop door opened fully. Blinding white light filled the room. The crowd stepped back as massive shadows entered. Each step shook the ground. The air grew heavy, charged with power older than the city itself. The dragon elders had arrived. 5 of them. Ancient dragons, larger than buildings, their scales dark and cracked with age. Their eyes burned with slow fire, calm but deadly. They did not rush. They never needed to. The noble dragon fell silent. Her pride shattered instantly. She lowered her head and stepped back. Elders, she said quickly, her voice tight. This human interfered with a cursed dragon. He acted without permission. The elders said nothing. Their eyes moved instead, straight to the baby dragon. The child sat upright on the metal table, his small body shaking, not from fear but from effort. His wings twitched again, slowly opening and closing like they were learning how to exist. A deep rumble came from one elder. That child should be dead, the elder said. The healer bowed deeply. Yes, elder. He was declared lost. Eli stood still. He did not bow. The noble dragon noticed. See, she snapped. The human shows no respect. One elder turned his gaze toward Eli. The pressure was crushing. Metal creaked. Tools trembled. Eli felt it but did not step back. I respect life, Eli said. Not titles. The room froze. Guards reached for weapons. The noble dragon gasped. You dare. Enough, the elder said. Silence fell again. The elder moved closer to the table. His massive head lowered until his eye was level with the baby dragon. The child looked back. No fear. Only focus. The elder paused. That look, the elder murmured. He sees. Another elder spoke. The child's core is stable. The healer nodded quickly. Yes. Somehow balanced. The noble dragon pointed at Eli. He used forbidden human devices. The elders finally looked at the machine. Burned. Cracked. Still faintly glowing. This device does not enslave the core, one elder said slowly. It guides it. The noble dragon shook her head. Impossible. Humans lack dragon magic. Eli finally spoke again. I did not use magic, Eli said. I used patience. The baby dragon suddenly let out a sharp cry. Not pain. Warning. A pulse of heat rushed through the room. The elders reacted instantly, forming a shield of energy. The noble dragon was thrown backward, crashing into a wall. She screamed in shock. That power, one elder said. That was instinct. The healer whispered, a protector response. Eli stared at the child. He reacted because she threatened, Eli said. The noble dragon stood up slowly, shaking. This dragon is dangerous, she said. Unstable. He must be restrained. The baby dragon hissed. Fire leaked from his mouth, not wild, not chaotic. Controlled. Small. Perfect. The elders went silent. One elder spoke, voice heavy. That is not instability. Another finished the thought. That is control. The noble dragon's eyes widened in fear. No, that cannot be. The elders turned toward her. You abandoned this child, an elder said. You brought him here to be mocked. The noble dragon tried to speak. No words came. You broke tradition, the elder continued. You shamed a life. She fell to her knees. I only wanted to prove humans are weak, she whispered. The eldest elder turned back to Eli. You interfered, the elder said. Without permission. Eli nodded. Yes. The elder studied him carefully. Why? The elder asked. Eli looked at the baby dragon. Because no one else would, Eli said simply. The baby dragon moved. Slowly. Carefully. He climbed off the table. Each step was unsteady. Painful. But determined. He ignored the noble dragon. Ignored the elders. Ignored the crowd. He walked straight to Eli. Then he pressed his head against Eli's leg. Claimed him. The elders inhaled sharply. The bond, one whispered. The noble dragon screamed, "No, he belongs to my house." The eldest elder's voice thundered, "He has chosen." The noble dragon collapsed. The elder continued, eyes locked on Eli. "Human," the elder said, "do you understand what this means?" Eli placed a hand gently on the baby dragon's head. "Yes," Eli said. The elder's gaze hardened. "Then you will face the consequences." Outside, the city alarms changed tone. Not warning, summoning. Something ancient was waking, and Eli had just stepped into its path. The truth the elders feared. The city alarms faded, not into silence, but into a low, steady hum, the kind of sound that meant something ancient was watching. The dragon elders stood in a half-circle around Eli and the baby dragon. Their massive forms blocked the light from the doorway. The workshop felt smaller than ever. The noble dragon remained on the floor, shaking. Her pride was gone. Her power meant nothing now. The eldest elder spoke again. "Human," he said slowly, "the bond that just formed should not exist." Eli did not answer right away. The baby dragon pressed closer to him, his small body warm, steady. His breathing was no longer painful. "He chose," Eli said. "I did not force him." The elder's eyes burned brighter. "That choice will shake this city," the elder replied. Another elder stepped forward. "This is not the first time," the elder said quietly. The room stiffened. The healer looked up sharply. "You mean the old stories?" The noble dragon froze. "What stories?" she whispered. The elder ignored her. "Long ago," the elder said, "before the wars, before the borders, humans and dragons worked together." Eli's head lifted slightly. "Human mechanics," the elder continued, "were not servants. They were stabilizers." The crowd murmured in confusion. "They balanced dragon cores," the elder said. "They prevented collapse. They stopped madness." The healer's voice shook. "Then why were they erased from history?" The elder's jaw tightened. "Because dragons fear dependence." Silence fell like a blade. The noble dragon laughed weakly. "That is a lie." The eldest elder turned to her. "You mocked what you did not understand," he said. "Just like your ancestors." The baby dragon suddenly lifted his head. A pulse of warmth rolled through the workshop. The broken machine on the table lit up on its own. Eli stared. "I shut it down," he whispered. The healer stepped back in fear. "The dragon is powering it." The elders tensed. "That device is responding to the bond," one elder said. Eli looked at the baby dragon. "You are doing this?" Eli asked softly. The baby dragon made a small sound. "Yes." The noble dragon screamed. "He is a weapon." The eldest elder roared. "No." The walls cracked. The noble dragon fell silent. "That child," the elder said, "is a stabilizer." The word hit the room like thunder. "A living balance," another elder added. "A bridge." The healer dropped to one knee. "This changes everything," he whispered. Eli felt a cold weight settle in his chest. "What happens to him now?" Eli asked. The elders exchanged looks. "The city will demand him," one elder said. "To study, to control." The baby dragon growled softly. Eli stepped forward. "No," Eli said. The elder's eyes narrowed. "You challenge us again?" the eldest elder asked. Eli met his gaze. "I fix what others abandon," Eli said. "I don't hand them back to the people who broke them." The baby dragon's wings spread wider, stronger. The noble dragon crawled backward. "That dragon belongs to the elders," she cried. The eldest elder looked down at her. "No," he said. "He belongs to the future." Outside, the ground trembled. A deep roar echoed across the city, far larger than the baby dragon's voice. The healer looked toward the sky. "That sound," he whispered. "That was a prime dragon." The elders stiffened. "Awakened by the bond," one elder said. The eldest elder turned to Eli. "Human," he said gravely, "you have restarted something we buried." Eli placed his hand on the baby dragon's head. "Then maybe it should never have been buried," Eli replied. The roar came again. Closer. The city lights flickered. The elders prepared for battle. And for the first time in centuries, they were not sure who stood on which side. When the ancient ones bowed, the roar shook the city. Windows shattered across HFY Prime. Towers trembled. Dragons in the sky lost balance and struggled to stay airborne. This was no normal dragon. This was a prime dragon. The dragon elders stepped outside the workshop, their massive bodies forming a defensive line. Magic flared around them, ancient and bright. Eli stood behind them. The baby dragon pressed against his leg, trembling, not with fear, but with recognition. He feels it, the healer whispered. The prime dragon is calling him. The sky darkened. Clouds twisted into a spiral, pulled by a force older than memory. Then a shape appeared within the storm, so large it blocked the stars. Burning red eyes opened. The prime dragon descended slowly, each wing beat bending the air. His scales looked like cracked obsidian, glowing with fire beneath. The city went silent. Even a noble dragon could not scream. The prime dragon landed outside the workshop. The ground split beneath his claws. His voice rolled across the city like thunder. Who woke the bond? The elders bowed. Deeply. We did not intend to, the eldest elder said. The bond chose itself. The prime dragon's gaze shifted, locked onto Eli, and then onto the baby dragon. The baby dragon lifted his head and let out a small cry. The sound echoed unnaturally far. The prime dragon froze. Slowly, impossibly, he lowered his massive head. That sound, the prime dragon whispered. That is the stabilizer's call. Gasps rippled through the elders. The noble dragon screamed in denial. Impossible. He is broken. The prime dragon's eyes flashed. The noble dragon was slammed into the ground by invisible force. You abandoned what you could not control, the prime dragon roared. The city felt the judgment. The prime dragon turned back to Eli. Human, he said, his voice quieter now, dangerous in its calm. Why does the child stand with you? Eli swallowed. He chose, Eli said. I only listened. The prime dragon studied him. Long. Carefully. You stabilized him, the prime dragon said. Without magic. Yes, Eli replied. The prime dragon laughed, deep, ancient, and heavy. Once, humans did this for us, the prime dragon said. Before we erased them from our legends. The elders lowered their heads further. You fear dependence, the prime dragon continued. So you chose dominance. The baby dragon stepped forward. His wings spread fully for the first time. Still imperfect, still scarred, but strong. The air around him changed. Balanced. The prime dragon inhaled sharply. The future stands before me, he said. The noble dragon crawled forward, desperate. Great one, she cried. That dragon belongs to my bloodline. The prime dragon looked at her. No, he said simply. He belongs to the bond. The prime dragon turned to Eli. You will keep him, he said. The elders stiffened. That defies tradition, one elder protested. The prime dragon's eyes burned brighter. Then tradition will bend, he replied. The city shook again. The prime dragon lowered his head until his massive eye was level with Eli. Human, he said. If you fail him, the world will burn. Eli did not hesitate. I won't, Eli said. The baby dragon leaned into Eli's chest. The prime dragon straightened. Then hear my decree. The prime dragon thundered. The stabilizer returns. The human stands protected. Every dragon in the city dropped to one knee. Even the elders. Eli remained standing, not in defiance, but in duty. The noble dragon screamed as guards seized her. This isn't over, she shouted. The prime dragon's final words echoed across HFY Prime. It has just begun. The storm began to fade, but the future had already changed. What the city remembered. The storm slowly faded from the sky. HFY Prime stood still, as if the city itself was holding its breath. Dragons remained kneeling across the streets. Wings folded, heads lowered. Even the dragon elders did not rise yet. The prime dragon hovered above them all, silent and watching. Eli stood in front of his workshop. The baby dragon leaned against him, small claws gripping his clothes. His wings were open now, relaxed. Not perfect, but real. The prime dragon finally spoke again. This city will remember this day, he said. Not as a battle, but as a correction. The words echoed through every tower and street. The dragon elders rose slowly. The eldest elder stepped forward, his voice heavy with age and regret. We failed, he said. We allowed pride to erase truth. He turned to Eli. You restored more than a dragon, the elder said. You restored balance. Eli shook his head slightly. I just fixed what was hurting, Eli replied. The baby dragon lifted his head and let out a small, steady flame. It did not burn. It warmed. The elders watched in awe. Controlled fire, the healer whispered. At this age, unheard of. The prawn dragon nodded. Because he was never broken, the prawn dragon said. He was unheard. Guards dragged the noble dragon forward. She no longer looked powerful. Her scales were dull. Her voice shook. This was a misunderstanding, she pleaded. I only wanted to protect my house. The prawn dragon's eyes burned brighter. You used a child to protect your pride, he replied. The city felt the judgment again. The prawn dragon spoke clearly. The noble house is stripped of title, he declared. All power removed. All dragons born under it will be watched. The noble dragon screamed as she was taken away. No one stopped it. The prawn dragon turned back to Eli. The child will grow, he said. And when he does, the world will test him. Eli looked down at the baby dragon. I'll be ready, Eli said. The prawn dragon studied him one last time. Humans once stood beside us, he said. Now one stand again. The prawn dragon lowered his massive head. Not fully, but enough. A bow. The city gasped. Dragons bowed deeper. Eli did not bow back. He simply placed a hand on the baby dragon's head. The prawn dragon took to the sky, the storm following him until both vanished into the stars. Slowly, life returned to HFY Prime. But nothing felt the same. Days passed. Eli's workshop changed. Dragons came quietly now. Not to mock, to ask, to learn. The baby dragon grew stronger each day. His wings stretched wider. His fire burned clean and calm. He slept beside Eli's tools, among machines, where he felt safe. The healer visited often. The elders will record this, the healer said one day. They will write you into history. Eli smiled faintly. History can wait, he replied. The baby dragon lifted his head and chirped. Outside, a group of young dragons watched the workshop with curiosity. One whispered, "Is that the human?" Another replied, "Yes, the one who fixed what dragons abandoned." Eli closed the workshop door as night fell. Inside, warm light glowed. A human worked. A dragon rested. And the city finally understood something simple. Never mock a human who listens. Never abandon what still lives. Because sometimes, the future chooses differently than the powerful expect. And when it does, even dragons must adapt.